Hello everyone, welcome to Jackie Does Stuff. I'm Jackie and I do stuff, and that's me on the screen in front of you there. So before I did a video on my daily hair care routine, and this is just kind of like how it changes when my hair is wet, which it is not every day. So it's more or less the same as the other one, but with a couple of key differences. So what you see me doing here is detangling with the wide tooth comb like I showed you in the last one, only this time, since my hair is wet, it's going to take like a lot longer. And the reason why it's going to take a lot longer is because I'm going, I don't want to say I'm going slower, although I guess I am. It's more like I'm going more methodically. You can see here I'm kind of like pushing the tangles down towards the tips of my hair, and I'm kind of like holding my hair in my hand and brushing past it. And the reason I'm doing that is because the detangling when my hair is wet, I guess it's like that when it's dry too, is that it's more like just pushing the tangles down to the ends and then just kind of like off the ends. But when it's wet, that is the time that you might stretch your hair, damage it, break it. So the wide tooth comb helps with that, and then the slow, methodical movement is the other half of that. You can actually see here that it's not really just about pushing the tangles, although it is that. Sometimes you have to get up in the tangle, like use the comb as like a proper tool, and it's kind of like, I guess, when you're like untangling your headphones or something, is that you kind of just have to stick it wherever there is give and then just kind of work that, and then once that stops giving, you got to go somewhere else. So this part takes actually like a pretty long time, so I'll probably speed this up a little bit so that we can get to the next part. But yeah, that's one of the main differences when my hair is wet, is that the detangling part takes really long. And also, my hair, at no point am I going to be using a hair dryer or anything. It's not because I'm against them or anything, I just kind of don't use one. I don't think that they're that great for your hair, but to be honest, I kind of just don't use them because I don't wanna. I kind of just don't. I don't use them because I don't use them. Can you guys relate? I hope it's not a little bit trashy talking about the things that I like about my own hair here, but like, I love that color change. I like how my hair is not just one color. Like, you can see that there's that color variation there in my hand. Although some of that's probably because some of my hair is drying faster than the rest of it, and when it dries, it turns like a lighter color, obviously. But also my hair kind of does have lots of color. This is my natural color. I don't dye my hair. I have in the past. I kind of just don't. I'm kind of just not into it. I like my natural hair color. I'm pretty lucky like that. You see, this is, taking like a lot longer than you might expect, considering that my hair is so fine. It's like, the tangles should come right out. But in fact, it's taking like several minutes, and it's taking rounds and rounds and rounds of this. And then every time I toss my hair over my shoulder or start over again, it tangles a little bit more, or it tangles a little differently, I guess. And every time that I finish getting the tangles out, some hair, that happens sometimes. The comb kind of just, it just falls in love with my hair, and it just can't let go. I relate. I understand. What was I saying? I'm sure it wasn't that important. So this part just takes a really long time, but I like to think of it as like, I like that it takes a long time. I like that I have to kind of like put the thought and the effort into it. It helps me kind of like bond with my hair, if that makes any sense. I was saying that the hair comes out. I don't love that part. I don't, I'm trying to take better care of my hair and to have more hair, so I don't love seeing the hair fall out, but that's just how it is. That's just a natural part of it. Like, even if a bunch of hair does come out while I'm brushing it, it's not because I broke it or because I did anything wrong. It kind of just fell out, and then while I washed my hair, it facilitated the hair, being let go, and here is me removing it. So that's part of why grooming is so important, is it helps you let go of stuff that you just don't need anymore. You know what I mean? So then at this point I do use the paddle brush again. I mostly do this partly because they say that with, long hair that the paddle brush is a good choice to brush when it's wet because there's a little bit of give in the paddle. So I feel confident that I'm not going to do that much damage or anything. But mostly I'm kind of using it to dry my hair a little bit. Because my hair is so oily, I do kind of a weird thing and I don't condition my hair in the shower. So I'll wash my hair and then I'll kind of just rinse it out and then not add conditioner. So what I do instead is I add just a little bit of I guess kind of just like an oil. I don't know a better word for that, but just some of the hair products that you can use where you kind of just put a little bit of oil in afterward. So I do that. I try to do it when my hair is still damp but not soaking wet, because I don't really want to be brushing it too much while it's soaking wet. So doing another one of these paddle brush sessions, the same as before, 50 strokes on one side, 50 strokes on the other. That is a good way to kind of buy time to get my hair the correct amount of moisture for what I'm going for. I'm kind of getting air down into the roots. I'm drying it a little bit faster, but it's still gonna be damp. It's gonna be damp for a little while, to be honest. But also it is nice. It's nice to get all the hair going in the right direction for a little bit longer than just doing the detangling. I guess I don't have to do this step. I kind of just do. I'm a big routine guy. That is something that you'll learn about me. I like having kind of I like having a way that I do things, a little ritual, if you will. So after this, I do kind of the same thing I did in the other video where I... after the 50 strokes on one side, 50 strokes on the other, I then take the smaller boar's hair brush and do the same thing with my bangs. You can probably see here that my bangs are pretty much dry already. They are, very short, so that'll do that. Yeah, I've noticed that the roots, the top of my hair tends to dry faster than the ends. I'm not totally sure why that is. Physics is weird. But yeah, I don't know if you can see here. My hair is wet, but it's not wet. Oh, and if you didn't see the other video, that symbol on the back of the brush is a Brigid's cross. That's an Irish symbol. It's not a hate symbol. I certainly hope nobody's using it for that, because that is a very special symbol to me and to other Irish people. Yeah, so you can see I have kind of a light hand here while I'm doing this, because I'm not really trying to mess up I'm not trying to cause damage. I'm kind of just trying to get the hair, I'm encouraging the hair to go in the correct direction while it's still moist and pliable to what I want, because if you leave it in the wrong direction for too long, it'll cowlick, it'll end up having a weird curl. It's not very cute. I've gone back to the paddle brush here because, tossing my hair around has caused it to tangle up a little bit again. So I just run that through a couple more times. This is where I add the oil. I'm not really taking care to show the brand name here or anything, because I'm not really brand loyal. I kind of just, like I said, I've ended up with a lot of stuff in my house from either, things I've bought before or things that past roommates have left behind. And I'm really into using stuff that you have. So I'm using this kind of literally only because I already have it. I'm not really particularly loyal to this brand. So what you see me doing here is I'm putting just a small amount on my fingertip, and then I'm applying it to the very, very tips of my hair first. And I do this just 3 times. I do 3 little drops, because like I said, my hair is so oily, that's probably more than enough, actually. So every time I apply it to my hair, I put it a little bit higher up the strand, And then when I get out the boar's hair brush, I'm going to start at the tips, and then I'm going to kind of brush my way back up towards my roots. And that's just because the tips is where I need the moisture the most anyway, but also it will be the easiest way to kind of redistribute it evenly along the lengths. Like if I just brushed if I like applied that at the bottoms and then I went and just kind of like started brushing at the top like regular, it would just not, the oil wouldn't end up like evenly distributed across my hair. It would kind of just be like sitting at the ends. Or at least that's how it has been to me. I'm not like an expert. I'm kind of just a guy. I'm just like a person who is learning this stuff as I go along. And that's why I'm choosing to share it with you guys, is because I've kind of had to like find all this information a little at a time. And I want to be able to share it with you guys. Yeah, see, my hair is still damp here, and so when I threw it over my shoulder, it tangled up again, so out comes the paddle brush again. And look, it like really tangled there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And yeah, this is kind of like the the Olympics of taking care of your hair. Is like, this is the part where things could really go wrong. Like when your hair is wet and you're like messing with it, that's when big mistakes could be made. So this is where I'm trying to be like really careful. And not cause further damage to my hair. I think that my hair is really nice and pretty and long and stuff, but I definitely have not been taking very good care of it for like a really long time. So this is me trying to rectify that and take better care of my hair going forward, and hopefully it'll just continue to look better and better. But I'm still learning like what even is wrong with it and how to, kind of like diagnose what's wrong with my hair and what I can do to fix it and all that stuff. And I'm kind of just like winging it. I'm kind of just figuring it out as I go along. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this one. So in this video, I'm not actually going to be styling my hair. I mean, I'll style it afterward because I'm prepping to go to an interview here, but I usually like to wait for my hair to dry, if not all the way, at least most of the way, before I style it, just because my hair tends to like sit in a weird way when it's wet, and I don't really want to deal with all of that when I'm going to something like a job interview. So and yeah, here you can see I'm kind of like really trying to slowly push the oil through my bangs there. I love my bangs, but they kind of like have that weird, they sit in a weird way, so I have to take special care of that. But yeah, so this is more or less what I do every time that my hair is wet as opposed to dry. I don't wash my hair every single day, but that's me. Thanks for watching.